Hi gang, thought I'd do a little video on foot, knee and leg, and it's been raining a lot, so we're in the garage and the garage is shut. It's very, very humid, you'll see me sweating. No guest appearance from FedEx or UPS today, hopefully, because the door's shut, but you do get to see the dogs. Let's turn him around so you don't have to look at that end. This is Jeeves, that is Magellan, and they're going to help me today. So, foot gear. The primary concern with foot gear is both safety for your feet and also comfort for your feet because of foot pain. Standing on these, especially for new people, can hurt an awful lot. You get to ache, and I think that's because you're concentrating, your muscles are locked, and the blood isn't flowing like it needs to. The angle, of course, also means that you're putting pressure on the outside of your foot, generally speaking, out here and not on here where it's used to, and it'll take a while to build up those muscles and blood flow. When I first started, I started in sneakers, and these were kind of terrible because, as you can see, there's no support whatsoever in them. I love wearing them for running and walking around and doing things. Very, very comfortable. Slippers, kind of, if you will, but not very good for riding in terms of support. Also, they didn't protect my ankles at all, and protecting my ankles, especially on the M10, became extremely important, and that's where the first piece of gear comes in, the G-Form D30 ankle protection. These are large or extra large. They're about 20 bucks at the stocker shop. You can wear them backwards to protect your Achilles heel, forwards to protect the front of your ankle, which is how I usually wear them. You can see they do a great job of cushioning. This material is absolutely soft until there's an impact, at which point the molecules lock and it becomes hard and solid. It's an armor, basically. And if you have something that's designed like the MCM5 with something that presses into your ankle and hurts painfully, this is really good for protecting it. Also very good for grabbing and jumping curbs and such, if you're going to wear flip-flops or shoes like this. So for 20 bucks, I highly recommend. Just as I recommend you don't go with these. Or these, for that matter. But they do show you where the foot's kind of positioned. Speaking of which, I usually involve the foot right there at the base of the pedal. It turns out that that's where my leg is. You're going to change on your foot, but for me that's what it happens to be. Okay, so bring me to the next shoe, which is a hiking shoe. I went with the hiking shoe to alleviate the pain that when I was first learning. The reason being is that there's a 3/4 shank, a metal piece or a plastic piece that is supporting the whole foot, so that when you step on just a portion on a rock or something, the whole foot is supported because there's a board in there that's giving the whole foot support. So no matter where it is, that's happening, and that therefore helps to support your foot and reduce the pain. Also, there's some level of ankle protection that is lifted up here, which is wonderful, and some level of toe protection, which is also recommended while you're learning, at least from me. I did, however, have to still team them up with this ankle protection, which is less than ideal, but it's what had to be done if I didn't want that to bite me every time it danced. Because that guy, he bites. These not so much. Eventually, though, I started looking for more protective gear, especially as I went faster and faster, and I found a set of motorcycle boots that I love. These are Alpine Stars. I'll show you here. They zip on the side. There's a Velcro here to pull across, and this is all kind of flexible and breathable. But it has level 1 protection here at the toe and at the heel, and some for the ankle as well. I put these side by side with the hiking boots. Hopefully you'll be able to see there's significantly more ankle protection there, even though the back of them is just as low. So love that, because as you can see when I put it here, it's well above the area that's going to cause pain in the MCM5, this little plastic ring. Gives you good grip and what have you. It also has other features for a motorcycle. This plate is made for scraping when you're into turns, and I don't know if you can see it or not because it's black on black, but I have scraped the daylights out of it because I'm overhanging, and rather than scraping this pedal, which by the way looks pretty damn new, I'm scraping on the plastic, which is letting me know that I'm going just too far. The bottom is a set of very grippy rubber. Haven't had any problem on either side of these pads or any of the others that I've ridden. There's good support here. There's good protection here. Really comfortable. They go on and on very quickly. They come in different colors, so you can get just plain black if you don't want to be flashy. I just happen to like the way the black and the white looked, so I went with those. I no longer wear the protection, ankle protection. I'm wearing these. So, for what it's worth, check out these motorcycle boots or others. They make them in high top styles as well. Several different kinds of motorcycle boots out there, but they basically all have some level of protection and are designed for stepping off into gravel and into things that are greasy, right? That's why you see this like this. When I used to drive a motorcycle, one of the things that I worried about the most was stopping at a red light and putting your foot down and having your foot go out from underneath you because of gravel or grease or grime as you're supporting a lot of weight. We're on and off these things in the street a lot. Having a good grip makes a lot of sense. Moving a little further up the leg, let's talk about the knee and the shin. I have several different pads that I use depending on the application. I'm going to start with the 888s. These are nice because they wrap around your leg without you taking your shoe off or your pants or anything else like that. They provide some level of protection for when you go down. As you can see, I haven't gone down since I bought these. But I anticipate that they're going to be fine. They're made for a roller derby in the leg. What I have gone down on are these, believe it or not. These are the D30 G-form knee braces in the soft material that turns hard on impact. These are low profile. They can go underneath pants and such, so you can, go out to the movies or what have you and not have people know you're wearing armor. I forget that I'm wearing them. They're very comfortable. So they're very good. And the couple of times I've gone down, there's been damage to my pants, but not to these or my knee. So moving a little further up in the protection scale, Demon Unlimited also makes a D30 knee shin guard with the D30 materials here in the shin and in the knees. There's foam padding on the sides all the way down, all the way up, which is great for the taller ones if you're getting bruises, as I used to when running the M Super. Maybe check these out. What I don't like about them is that you have to take your shoes off. They're sealed in the back in two places, so you have to slide your leg through putting them on and off. Which brings me to the last set. These are a set of Unicycle ones. I think they're Chris Holmes. And they have hard material on three sides of your shin and also your kneecap. And they likewise have padding on the sides of the knee, the sides of the thigh as well. And they go on without taking your shoe on and off, which is very nice. And these extend all the way down to the ankle. Probably worth saying is that large and extra large matter for the length of these things. They really are going to go down to your ankle on extra large 6'1" frame. I probably should have bought large instead of extra large. Your macho area. A large versus extra large on the Demon. The material is really only extended on the bands, not on the wrap, and not on the length. Which is disappointing. I tried both. I bought both. The extra large had too much material here for me, but not enough here in the large. So these are a little tight on my calves, but they are very comfortable otherwise. How I decide which ones I'm going to use depends on what I'm riding on and what the application is. What I mean by that is, am I going to go trail riding and encounter bushes and things that are whacking my shins? Right? So if I am, these are pretty good, and these are really fantastic. Take my shoes on and off, or not take my shoes on and off. So that's kind of the decision. If I'm just going to be riding on the street, probably choosing between these and these. Again, am I going to be low profile on my armor, or do I want the maximum safety because I don't know what I'm doing and they don't know what I'm doing. But that's how I decide. That's my thought process. Hopefully it helps you guys. A couple of last words I'll say about foot pain. I can't remember if I said it or not, this is actually take 2 because GoPro went off with the batteries. As you get better riding, you're going to find that you can lift your foot up or lift parts of your foot up and move it around. That will help with the circulation. And I think more experienced riders do that out of habit, and so they don't have the pain in their feet. And they just tell you to build up the muscles. What they really mean is you get to the point where you can move your foot around without they realize it. If you're not to the point where you can do that, and you will eventually get there, you will. What you can do instead is carve. And what I mean by that is, as you're riding down the road, you can go from left to right and kind of treat this like you're slaloming between cones. And that will change the balance on your feet and the blood flow, and it will relieve the pain. And so I highly recommend that if you're finding problems. Don't be afraid to stop and move the foot around and get the blood flowing again, because the blood flow will relieve the pressure and the pain as you're building up support for this and getting used to it. And of course, different ones ride differently because of the angle. We'll put different pressure on. Also think about that shank or arch support or whatever it is that you happen to need for your individual foot. Hope you find this helpful. Safe riding.